In the forests of this planet, there is something that does not hunt its prey. It does not chase it. It does not kill it, not at first. It possesses it. It takes over a living body and wears it like a puppet. It's called Cordyceps, and every word you are about to hear is real. This is not science fiction. This is happening right now, in the dark, while you watch this. Cordyceps is a fungus, one of the oldest and strangest forms of life on Earth. There is nothing intelligent about it. No brain, no eyes, no plan. And yet, somehow, it does something that looks impossible. It hijacks the mind of another creature and bends it to a single purpose. Its favorite victim? A simple carpenter ant. The ant will leave its home, climb to a very specific place, and die exactly where the fungus needs it to. And the ant will have no idea any of it is happening. It begins with a single spore, invisible, silent, drifting down through the air of the forest. It lands on the ant's back. The ant feels nothing, but the spore is already working. It attaches to the shell and slowly pushes its way inside the body. Once in, it begins to grow, feeding, spreading, filling the ant from the inside, carefully avoiding the organs it needs to keep alive. For days, the ant walks, works, and lives as normal. On the outside, a healthy ant. On the inside, a fungus is quietly taking control. And here is the part that truly disturbs the scientists who study it. For years, everyone believed the fungus ate into the ant's brain. But when they looked closer, under the microscope, they found something worse. The brain is untouched. The fungus wraps itself around the ant's muscles instead. Thousands of tiny threads weaving through the body, seizing control of every fiber. It doesn't destroy the mind, it imprisons it. The ant is still in there, still aware. A prisoner, trapped inside a body that no longer obeys it. Then, one day, the order comes. The ant stops. It turns, and it walks away from the colony, away from everything it has ever known. It finds a plant, and it begins to climb, higher and higher. Not to a random spot, to a precise height above the forest floor, around 25 centimeters, no more, no less. Because at that exact height, the temperature and the moisture are perfect for the fungus to grow. The ant doesn't know why it climbs. It only knows that it must. When it reaches the right spot, the fungus gives its final command. The ant bites down on the underside of a leaf and clamps its jaws shut. This is called the death grip, and it is permanent. The muscles lock. The jaws will never open again. Scientists have found that this almost always happens at the same moment, around solar noon when the sun is highest. An entire forest of ants, all biting down at once, all at the same time, all controlled by the same silent hand. And there, hanging beneath the leaf, the ant finally dies. But the fungus does not die. It awakens. Over the next days, it consumes what is left of the ant from the inside, and then it grows. Slowly, a thin stalk pushes out from the back of the dead ant's head, reaching up toward the light. It grows longer and longer, rising from the corpse like something out of a nightmare, until, at the very tip, it forms a swollen pod filled with thousands of new spores. The trap is ready, and it is aimed straight down at the ants below. When the moment is right, the pod bursts. A rain of invisible spores drifts down onto the forest floor, onto the paths where the other ants walk every single day. One spore, one ant, and it all begins again. A single infected ant left in the wrong place can doom dozens more. The fungus doesn't need strength, it doesn't need speed. It only needs one ant in the right spot to fall. But the ants are not helpless. They have learned to fear it. Somehow, they can tell when one of their own has been infected, and when they do, they act without mercy. They seize the sick ant and carry it far, far away from the colony, dropping it in a place scientists now call an ant graveyard, a field of the dead. Bodies scattered across the forest floor, each one with a fungus growing from its head. The colony sacrifices the one to save the many. Even the ants understand. This thing must never be allowed to spread. And now the part that should keep you awake. This is not one single fungus. It is a family. There are more than 600 known species of Cordyceps, and almost every one of them targets a different victim. One for a specific ant, one for a spider, one for a beetle, one for a caterpillar. Each fungus perfectly tuned to hijack one particular creature. A different key for a different lock. An entire silent army of mind controllers hidden in the forests of the world. And it has been doing this for a very, very long time. Scientists found a fossilized leaf, scarred with the exact marks of the death grip, from an ant that died 48 million years ago. Long before humans, long before we ever walked the earth, this fungus was already here, already taking control. Which leaves one final question, the one everybody asks. Could it ever control us? For now, the answer is no. Our bodies are too warm. The fungus cannot survive our heat, and our immune systems tear it apart. That is the only thing standing between us and it, a few degrees of body temperature. Some wonder what would happen if the world grew warmer and the fungus learned to adapt. Probably it never will, but somewhere out there, right now, in the dark of the forest, it is still happening, silently, endlessly. At least, for now.